Quotes from John Bunyan. From the Kindle, Deep Christian Quotes and Bible Verses. First quote. He that is the master of a family, he hath, as under that relation, a work to do for God, to wit, the right governing of his own family. And his work is twofold. First, touching the spiritual state thereof. Second, touching the outward state thereof. Second quote. Or like a sword in a madman's hand, and there is no knowledge where there is not the word, for if they reject the word of the Lord, and act not by that, what wisdom is in them? Saith the prophet, Jeremiah 8:9 and Isaiah 8:20. Wherefore see thou have the word for what thou dost. Third quote. As touching the spiritual state of his family, he ought to be very diligent and circumspect, doing his utmost endeavor both to increase faith where it is begun, and to begin it where it is not. Wherefore, to this end, he ought diligently and frequently to lay before his household such things of God, out of his word, as are suitable for each particular. Fourth quote. This is one of the things for which God so highly commended his servant Abraham, and that with which his heart was so much affected. I know Abraham, saith God, I know him to be a good man in very deed, for he will command his children, and his household after him, and they shall keep the way of the Lord. Genesis 18:19. This was a thing also which good Joshua designed should be his practice as long as he had a breathing time in this world. As for me, saith he, I and my household, we will serve the Lord. Joshua 24:15. Fifth quote. Further, we find also in the New Testament, that they are looked upon as Christians of an inferior rank, that have not a due regard to this duty. Yea, so inferior as not fit to be chosen to any office in the church of God. A bishop or pastor must be one that ruleth well his own house, having his children in subjection with all gravity. For if a man know not how to rule his own house, how shall he take care of the church of God? The deacon also, saith he, must be the husband of one wife, ruling their children, and their own house well. 1 Timothy 3:12. Mark a little, the apostle seems to lay down thus much, that a man that governs his family well, hath one qualification belonging to a pastor or deacon in the house of God. For he that knoweth not how to rule his own house, how shall he take care of the church of God? Which thing considered, it giveth us light into the work of the master of a family, touching the governing of his house. Thanks.